hope is a good one.
We are
We're still
only
praying
hoping that we'll get
Let's talk, Madam Minister, let's talk very briefly about the environment police. I'd like us to talk about the rubbish management, waste management, but let's talk about the environment police. How much money do you need to have it in place? How soon can we see? 3 months from now?
Environment police, we had made a budget of about 1.8 billion,
yes,
which we did not factor in the current financial year, but I think in the coming financial year we should be able to get that one. To start with, at least 600 people. And of course we are going to pay them very minimal, because we are trying to economize. We are saying if there are people on the streets of Kampala who are earning less than $1,000 a day, if only I can pay
1,000 shillings a day.
1,000 shillings a day.
Yeah.
If only I can pay something like 5,000 a day.
Yeah.
I will have got so many people off the street.
You'll get quite a few, I think.
Eh?
You'll get quite a number of people too.
Yes. There are so many who don't earn 1,000 a day. If only I can get those people, train them and teach them what to do.
Give them uniforms.
Yeah, give them uniforms. They will have a changed life. They have hope, and they will be serving their country.
Will they come from us? Will they have a barracks where they stay?
Yeah,
and their mindset is worked on, so they don't go back to the communities.
No, they can't.
Where they can't be polluted in the
mind. With that one we are working on with the Ministry of Internal Affairs. The Ministry of Internal Affairs at the moment said they are going to recruit 150, because those are going to be trainers of the others. But we have started, and I think we can do it.
And in the end, they won't be taken out. Nobody's going to take. Once we begin, that's it. We shall have them there for good.
I don't know who else wants to take them, unless something is going into the bush. But as long as we are peaceful, these people should be enjoying their work.
And they'll be facilitated just like the riot police is facilitated.
Yes, and I'm working on the international community to make sure that this force is viable.
You know, the riot police is very well facilitated. They don't have many problems. These days they've even got pepper spray. In the past it was only tear gas. Now they have pepper spray. You bring trouble, they spray red pepper in your hair. Let's talk about waste management. Somebody the other day was saying that he's going to begin to get energy out of I think it's $400 million. I'm not very certain about the facts. Somebody's going to try to recycle garbage and get electricity out of it. Is that something that you've been working on or watching?
I've tried in my private capacity to try to woo investors in this line. At one time I brought in people from Japan. They have brought in people from Saudi Arabia. But I know, including Mayor Sebagala, has also made some initiatives in the States.
The outgoing mayor.
The outgoing mayor. So there are initiatives, but unfortunately it has not taken off yet. I really don't know what is holding us back, because solid waste management.
Some people think it's managed this city very, very
gold
badly.
Management. Waste is gold, because there is all sorts of opportunities in waste, and I think we can utilize them. So we are coming up with a waste management policy. We are actually understudying South Africa, because they have a good policy management strategy. So we are understudying them, and at the same time we are also looking at the possibility of getting the private sector to be part of this venture.
And maybe before we hear from our listeners, somebody has been proposing a project to manage sewage, get gas out of it, so you can cook, cooking gas out of sewage. That's possible.
I saw that in papers and I was impressed.
Well, this is Spectrum on Radio, and we're having a very interesting discussion with Honorable Mutagamga, the Minister for Water and the Environment, together with the two senior officials from that ministry. You can call in now. Our telephone number is 0414-348-111, 0312-260-390, 0791-909909. When you call in, please tell us your name and where you are calling from. Spectrum, hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, your name, sir?
My name is Grievin Kasura. I'm responding to what Honorable Mutagamga...
Can you switch off your radio or walk away from it?
She says she would like to deal with the mindset of the people. I find that kind of assertion kind of funny, sense that it is a bigger battlefield to fight with the mindset of the people. Why don't they stop it until the people are dealt with? I can see there is a place in Kajansi as well, which is being encroached on. The whole valley is being encroached on by people building houses and so on. So unless we have that bold political will to fight this battle, we will not be able to overcome. The mindset is not an easy deal to start. So that's my concern, is that there must be a political will. People must stand to fight this once and for all. Thank you.
Thank you indeed, caller, Mr. Sil. Yes, Spectrum, hello. We'll go straight to our next caller. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from. Hello? Yes, your name?
Yes, good evening, Edmond.
Good evening, my friend. Your name, sir?
Thank you for bringing such a wonderful topic here.
Your name?
For this evening discussion. Good evening, Minister.
We can hardly hear you. Can you speak out loud and tell us your name as well? Hello?
Hello, Spectrum.
Yes, sir. Your name?
This is Kizito. I would like the Minister to comment about the issue of these people who go smoking everywhere, especially cigarette in public places. What does it?
All right. That question will be responded to. Spectrum, hello?
Hello, Edmond. This is Dale once again.
Come again?
This is Dale.
Yes, Dale. You're welcome, Spectrum.
I wanted also to contribute to that wonderful debate with your guests this evening. I really appreciate the effort by the government to really alert our people in advance about the impending changes in weather, and also how best we can really mitigate the challenges in time. But I also want to call upon the government to really think about going back to the traditional ways, especially concerning the food basket, the food storage and how it was done previously, enforcing it right out from the LOC level, and we encourage our people to have the culture of storing food and having food for that lasts longer, which would be stored for the good and be ready to be used during such harsh times when they appear. So our people should be helped, and the LOC system should do that on behalf of the government, so that our people are really not faced by such challenges. And Uganda, you know, we are very proud of having enough food. But
all right, thank you very much indeed, Joe. Let's get one final caller. Spectrum, hello.
Hello, Edmond.
Yes, your name, sir?
I'm called Steven, and I'm calling from Munakawa. I want to comment about the issue of the mindset that the Honorable Minister was talking about. By the time she finishes working on the mindset, actually nothing will be left in Uganda. That's our worry. Because now,
from a difficult place, apparently. But I think we've got the gist of your comment. Let's get the Honorable Minister to respond.
Thank you very much. I didn't get the name of the first caller, but it's first caller, and no, that is the person called again. Oh, Stephen. Yes. Stephen, I thank you for your concern. You think it is difficult to change the mindset, but that's what we are in leadership for. We are not here to handle simple issues. We are supposed to handle issues that need change, or that must be worked on. If you think that you cannot change the mindset of people, then you are not going to lead. You are going to follow them. So leadership requires taking the bold decision of saying we are going to do this. And what we are asking is discipline. Starting in your own house. I'm sure as the father in the house you have discipline. You know, you tell children where to throw the rubbish. You tell your housekeeper where to keep the plates and all that. That is discipline in the house. We can do it even in our offices. If you are in an office and you take mineral water, where do you drop that bottle? As the manager, as an officer, where do you put that bottle? Is it too much to ask you to keep that bottle in a separate place so that somebody can come and pick it and go and recycle it? Is that too much? Is that impossible? Other countries have done it. I've been to South Africa. I'm sure you may have been there. These people go picking. There are so many young people who are just going roller skating, but picking the polythene and putting them on their back, and then they go to a collection center, dump it there, sell it off, and they get money. I think the time has come for us to lead from in front, not from behind. This is something that we can do, and I want to solicit for your support. Start from your own house, start from your own office, start from your own community, teach people what to do, talk about it. When you see somebody throwing a bottle, stop, pick it and tell that person who has thrown it that this should not be thrown here. And I tell them, we are working on putting collection centers, and I only would need the cooperation of the stakeholders like Kampala City Council, like NEMA, like the local government, so that when you are driving from Mukono to Kampala, there are about 3 centers where you can stop and dump your rubbish. But if we don't do that and I think we cannot change the mindset, this country is going to the dogs, and that is not the purpose of leadership. Now,
open smoking?
Smoking, yes. I remember some time back, a declaration was made, in fact, a public ban. That's why I don't believe in ban. Because when the ban was made, which has not been enforced, who was there to enforce this law? Is it the police? Do they have a mandate to enforce it? So there is a ban that cannot be implemented.
What, describe for us very briefly that ban?
Because there was a ban which was issued by, remember, Honorable Tafire, that nobody should be smoking in public places.
Yes.
And for the start, somehow it improved. People responded. But when there was no enforcement and people started doing it out of impunity, nobody apprehended them.
Right.
And so it's now common practice. People smoke wherever they are. But the question is, the ban was put in place without a mechanism of enforcement.
Right.
So that's why an enforcement is quite a tricky situation. Who is going to do it? Because when you go to police, they say that is not our job.
Oh.
Because they are not in the law that was made.
Yeah.
They are not. That is not their mandate.
Maybe the environment police when they come.
Or maybe the environment police when they come. So that's why I think don't put a ban that you cannot implement.
Right.
So you would rather find another remedy.
Okay.
And now, they talked about a challenge that I didn't get well, but you also talked about the traditional technologies like food storage.
Yes.
Which I think is a good idea. That's why we are saying we are also trying to use the traditional values that we have. Storing of food is the tradition that our grandparents practiced. But of late we have relied so much on the supermarket that we don't think that we may need to store food in our houses. Especially farmers in the rural areas, they produce all the maize and sell it off. By the end of 3 months, they are now looking for the same maize and buying it at a higher price. So we really need the leadership in the localities to tell people to keep food. But we also must support the farmers on how to construct the food storage. I know there are those traditional...
The granaries.
The granaries,
yeah.
Yes. But are they sustainable in the current century? Can we do better?
We can do better, maybe.
Yes.
You think there might be another technology?
These are the challenges, but good enough this morning and this afternoon, I was commissioning an applied technology center in Mukono.
Right.
So maybe with the center in place now and the industrial research center in Nakawa, we should be able to come up with technology that could answer such a concern.
They might make granaries for us,
yes.
Like they might make water tanks.
That's
all right.
Edmond, can I make a contribution
Please
on
do.
the mindset?
Go ahead, Lukia.
When it comes to environmental protection,
yes.
I wish to inform the public that this starts with you.
Yes.
It is us. It is our environment. It is our country.
Right.
We have been saying that this is the pearl of Africa, and we usually say we are gifted by nature.
Yes.
But I think this is the time to stop talking about it, because we have destructed it. It's no longer the pearl. The forests are not there. We are degrading river banks. We are degrading, all water catchment areas. We are silting our lakes. Just look at Uganda without Lake Victoria. Look at Uganda without forests. For example, go to West Africa. Lake Chad
yes.
was a big lake. It dried up
right.
just because of carelessness. We are talking of climate change, but we must make sure that we start from home before talking about pollution and so on. We have destroyed the environment, and that's why our climates are changing.
Right.
We run a model. I'm sorry to bring in the model here because it's too technical. Without Congo forests
right.
in the model. But the results were disastrous. It meant that Africa could not get rainfall without that forest.
The rainforest.
So if we continue destructing our forests, our water bodies,
Yes.
we're in for it. Another thing is about our culture. We have a very bad culture.